All of the views and opinions expressed here are those of the individual speaking and may not be representative of Konig American. At times, language may be considered vulgar. Listener discretion is suggested.
You are now listening to the Konig Behind the Wheel podcast.
What is going on? I'm Scott from Konig, and this
is Diggity from Konig.
Jeez. And welcome back to another episode of Wheel Wednesday. It's a special one today. We all know why, because today is the day that you're probably here for the giveaway, right? We talked about the 100K giveaway as a thank you for all the people that joined us over on Instagram and have followed us there. And today's the day.
Today is the day.
We're going to do it.
Can't wait to see who gets them.
Yep, it's here. We're gonna do it in just a little bit, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We're gonna do the live drawing, and just so everybody was clear, because I know that it doesn't matter how many times we say the same thing, which is go back, watch last week's podcast or whatever it may be. We'll always get the questions of how did you enter, and the truth was all you had to do was go into last week's podcast on YouTube.
And comment with your IG handle.
Yep, that was all you had to do.
That's all you had to do.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick an IG handle today.
All right.
Win
but
some
of course,
wheels.
please, if you guys have any questions, make sure you throw them down below.
Yeah,
we'll get to them a little bit later on in the podcast.
Yeah, while we do all the good stuff of trying to get ready for the giveaway and run through a few things before we get started, this is a good time to start throwing your questions in.
Yes.
And Luis is over there
typing up the questions so that we can see them.
Exactly. So we will get to those questions. Let's see what we got here, man. All right, so let's do a few recaps before we get into the giveaway. This Friday, we will finally be putting out a piece of content. Alex has been working on that, and it's coming together. So we will be back.
Killing it.
We'll be back on pace to have content that will drop. Obviously, the podcast, we're here with you every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Make sure you subscribe, do what you got to do.
That's
nice.
Be
here every Wednesday.
Yeah, make sure, in fact, like and subscribe this video. We can actually see it. We're live. So if you don't, we'll be disappointed. So anyhow, this Friday, we'll be dropping a piece of content, and look out for every Friday as we will hopefully be able to keep that rhythm going and kind of get started. We have a bunch of ideas, and it's pretty exciting to bring them to you. This Friday, also, if you have a little bit of time, you can head over to, if you know the rag company, Super Guys.
Yeah, amazing guys.
Yeah,
good
and
dudes over there.
They decided to put on their own event in lieu of SEMA kind of not having a physical event, and they're in the detailing world. So if you're into that whole detailing scene, you're looking for some tips to do anything detailing, car care, car cleaning related, they are your source and they're the place to be. So what I would say is make sure that you head over to the Rag Company. They have a YouTube channel. They obviously have Instagram and all that good stuff. But if you want to check out something that they're doing this whole week, it's actually going on right now.
Yep.
Head over to TRCMA, so it's trcma.com, and you click on the schedule, and you can see the different detailing companies that are actually live with them from their studio in Boise, Idaho, and they're doing this whole live event and really putting some interesting things together to try to give more of a SEMA type feel.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is it's not closed to just their customers. Anybody can watch it, so you can check that out right now. Anyhow, the point of that whole story was that on Friday, I will be on with them at 1 p.m. EST, which is also 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 10 a.m. Pacific Time. I think we covered all the time zones.
Yeah.
Anyhow, if you're with us, make sure you tune in. Hang out with us. You can ask wheel care questions. Eric from G Technic North America will be there. They do a lot of coatings. We get a lot of questions about ceramic coatings and wheel care and different things. And often the answer that we give you is that we can't endorse a particular product.
Yes.
But the one thing about Friday that's pretty special is that you'll be able to have the president of G Technic North America there with you, who can not only answer all the questions about his products and different things, but I'll be there with him so we could talk about wheel coatings and wheel finishes and kind of how they relate. And if you have any other wheel questions, I'm sure they would be super excited to have you join us for those as well. Well, that's it. Listen, I think it's time to not, keep the people waiting, right? We're gonna do the giveaway now. We're gonna do the drawing. We're gonna pick out of a bag here, Luis. That's what they are. They're in the bag. All right, they're in the bag. This bag right here. They're in a Konig.
Give it a
bag
shuffle.
here.
Give it a shuffle. Give it a shuffle.
Let's see here. Questions. Just want to make sure there's nothing coming out or whatever. All right, so we got the bag here. We're going to pick somebody out of the bag. And
Total random. It's
yeah.
anybody's game
And that person
right
will be
now.
able to pick a set of wheels that are in stock right now.
Ready to ship.
Ready to ship. Ready to ship.
We doing this?
You want to do it or should I do it?
I'll pull it out.
Diggity. Drum roll. We got a drum roll. Drum roll.
Give it an extra story, no?
Never done a live drawing, I don't believe. Who do we got?
Island_built WRX. You are the winner.
Island, but yeah, man. I hope
Good
it's a man.
stuff.
Because if not, I just insulted somebody.
It's
but,
okay. Good stuff.
Island_built WRX. This is what you're going to want to do. Message us on Instagram, and we will go ahead and
Get you all set up.
yeah.
We'll let you choose. You tell us what specs you want, and we'll go and tell you what's in stock.
Yep. Somebody will DM you if you DM us. Just kind of saying, hey, I won. We'll find you in a little bit, and what we will do is we will talk to you about the details of how to get that set of wheels picked.
Yep.
We'll try to get the information about your car. I'm guessing it's going to be a WRX, and we're
I thought
going
it was going to be a Volkswagen.
yeah. And we'll go from there. Let's see. Is there anything else that's going on right now that we should before we get into a little Q&A?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't
Is there
know.
Anything else? I can't think of anything at the moment.
I don't know. SEMA 360's done and gone. That's out of the way.
Make sure you give us questions.
Hey,
if you have a question.
Since we have some people on here, do we have the Forge thing queued up? The videos? We still have that queued up, or? I don't, but I can load it up. Yeah, load it up.
Load it up. Let's load it.
I mean, you don't have to. Let me know when you're ready. Anyhow, in between that, I mean, haven't checked out that podcast. We did an announcement that was pretty exciting for us. We announced that we will be making a forged line of wheels, and that is coming for 2021. It's exciting. We have just finalized the designs. The answer to those people saying, how many designs will there be? There will be 3 initial designs. They are pretty much finalized, ready to go. There is a level of customization. I almost butchered the heck out of that.
You almost butchered it, but it's all right. You saved yourself.
Thanks. Yeah, there's a level of customization that actually is going to be available through this program. That's the stuff that we're still working on. We're still working on a lot of the details, and we hope to have that ironed out in the next month or so. So as soon as we do, we're going to have another live event here, and we're going to basically go through. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of debut at least all the renderings and images and all the different things for the different wheels, how they could look, different color options, fitments, the whole other thing. So I guess that's it. Before we move on, congratulations again to Island_built WRX. Thanks so much for for following us and subscribing and checking out the channel. We super appreciate it. And listen, the one thing I've said over and over again to you guys is being on our YouTube channel, because it's something we're really trying to devote more time to. We plan on doing more giveaways. The only difference is you may not get an Instagram warning. You know what I mean? It may only be in the content that we're producing on YouTube. So you may not see that announcement unless you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. So what I would say is make sure that
you subscribe. Sorry, I got the mic in front of me. I wanted to sing a little bit. It's karaoke night over here.
So make sure you subscribe and throw the notification bell on, because that is how you'll know when we post content. So let's see. Let's get into some Q&A. Let me know when you're queued up. Q&A, you have a little
Da-na-na-na.
Cool. So we're gonna get into Q&A. Let's see. Luis is frivolously typing. Let's make sure that I have the right thing in front of me. Okay. When will we see the new Forge lineup designs? So here's the thing. Like I said before, we will do our best to make sure before this year's out that we are able to show you all of the wheels, the new designs. We will also do our best to make sure that the website portion of it goes live. We're working on it, and there's a lot of functionality that we wanted to include in the website to make it much easier for people to understand what options are going to be available to them and to see how it influences design or fitment or anything like that. So we are working on that right now, and we hope to have that unveiled before the end of the year. If not, it will definitely be in that first month or so into 21. The plan is it's coming 21. Alex, let me know when you got that. Yeah. So we'll show you actually in just a few moments. We'll show you a little teaser of the Forge thing that we have coming, and that's been pretty exciting for us to work on, just because it's been something we've talked about for more than a few years, and we're excited to work on something that's a little bit different from our normal flow.
I'm definitely excited. For a lot of you guys who we don't have fitment for, this is definitely your calling right now.
Yeah.
Just to get into that Forge line. So
Yeah.
you could build them however you'd like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Forge program will come with the ability to get some custom fitment, which means do some custom offsets that necessarily aren't in our standard range. We will have standard part numbers that will be on the shelf.
Yep.
But in addition to that, we'll also have this ability that you can customize certain things, and that's pretty exciting. It looks like Alex is getting ready to cue something up. I see something popping
I don't
up.
know. Something keeps blocking me.
It's okay. What do you think? By the way, what do you think of our little cartoon characters up in the corner there?
I love mine.
Anyhow,
I think it's hilarious.
Forge Designs will hopefully be shown by the end of the year.
Yep.
And going into 21, I would imagine they'll be able to be they will be able to begin purchasing in the first couple of months of 21.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty pumped on that. We're just dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's.
Making sure everything is correct.
Yeah. Let's see. Konig Forge price range. So we are still working on that specifically. I will tell you, it looks very, very confident. I can almost confidently say that it's going to be extremely affordably priced. Obviously more than a flow form wheel.
Yep,
because
that's for sure.
That's just how it works. But definitely super competitive with a lot of the stuff that's on the market, and we're just trying to build in. We really have put a lot of time into design work, trying to pull all the strength out of it and thinking about different load ratings and where these wheels are to be used. Remember, we've really taken such a push in the past 5 years, hard roll into a lot of different motorsport classes, and because we've done this, we wanted to make sure that the wheels were going to be, because most likely that's where a lot of these people will pick up the forged type program, and we wanted to make sure that we were getting the most amount of strength and the most amount of benefit out of these designs, and especially with the increased corner loads and stuff like that, and the aero and all the different things. We wanted to make sure that this was going to hold up to all the standards that and even exceed some of the stuff that's out there. So that was really important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very important.
Let's do it. We'll roll you the teaser right now. It. I hope you enjoyed that little teaser, but that's kind of a little bit of what we have coming down. So it's exciting.
Very exciting.
Listen, y'all hiring. Yes, we have been looking for a marketing coordinator for a while now. If you are out there, or if you know anybody that is a car person and has a marketing background, if they don't have a marketing background but they're smart with computers, smart in social media, and has a desire to do some media content creation, still hit us up, because we're looking for somebody that can really grow with us, and some of the skills we can help you learn.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. But also, curveball, gotta live in New York.
Good one.
That was a big one.
Good one.
That
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
big one.
You have to be in New York. This is not a remote position. We're on Long Island, New York, where this position will be, and you do have to be there. So there is that. Let's see. How much lighter will the forge be than the flow form? That's a really interesting question. I will say that on one of the first 3D estimates that we did, comparatively, hold on, I know the answer. Let me think about this. It was 1904. One end. I mean, obviously, it's going to depend for every offset, every size, etc. But there was one area we did where we were actually, it's almost 2 pounds lighter. I mean, right about 2 pounds lighter. So it was substantially lighter. But remember, with forged things, again, you also pick up some strength in certain areas. There's some other things that you're able to do with customization and offsets and different things like that. So there's also some customization ability that would not necessarily be on an off-the-shelf part number. So we're trying to work that stuff into. Will you be doing any podcast audio on Spotify?
Ooh.
So, real quick, the answer to that is I don't know. I know right now we're on iTunes, we're on Google Play, and I think Stitcher pushes it out a couple places. Spotify is something we could certainly look into. Maybe,
Possibly in the near future.
That's interesting though. Actually, Luis, make note of that. Let's look into the Spotify thing. What's the best way to refinish or refresh wheels that were once rattle canned? Oh, that's a good question. So I think, it's hard because I'm not like an expert in finishings and coatings, right? And so I would say maybe contact a local wheel refinisher or a good local body shop. But I would say if you rattle canned a set of wheels, unfortunately, you got to get that paint off.
Yeah.
Or really scuff them to the point where you got to it's almost like starting over again. You just got to repaint. You got to repaint the wheels, which means reprepping.
I've done it
repainting.
before. For one of my sets of wheels, I had to use aircraft remover.
Oh, stripper.
Yeah, the stripper. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a journey, all right.
But now, but I know that like there's when you repaint wheels, especially like metal parts, a lot of times, depending on what coating's underneath, as long as you prep the surface to paint over,
yes,
a lot of times you can get away with it. And it depends on obviously which paint, which finishes you use. But certainly it's something you can look into. But I would say that really you got to start all over again. There's not going to be whatever. Actually, I see a question I'm going to go out of order here with. Hi, Daddy. Lucy is watching.
Hi, Lucy.
You guys are watching. If Jackson and Lucy are... What is that? Anyhow, if Jackson and Lucy are watching, hello, guys. Let's see. Recommended wheel maintenance to keep the finish on the metallic carbon hypergrams looking new. Such as anything you guys protect. Okay. So what they're basically saying is the new hypergram in the metallic carbon center with the machine phase. How do we keep this looking fresh? So I'm going to default a little bit to some of the answers we've already done. And we've put videos on our YouTube channel already that talk about how to care for different wheel finishes. But really the biggest one, I mean, you know this. This is like we answer this all day long.
Soap and water.
Yeah.
Or soap and water. It's
Use
the best way. Non-acidic.
Yep.
Won't ruin the finish.
Absolutely.
That's your best way.
I will say that for, I listen, I've been a car guy for as long as I was even before I was able to drive. So cars have always been a real big thing to me. But, I remember like when I was 16, I bought my first set of aftermarket wheels. And what I will say is that there's a big difference from when I really kind of started taking the advice we're giving. Like when I got to Konig and like there really was an emphasis on, hey, just clean your wheels frequently, use a non-acidic car wash soap, and and just clean the wheels frequently. You don't realize how well that works.
Yeah, it works pretty well. I stopped using wheel cleaners altogether.
Yeah.
Just car soap and water. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But I am going to ask a question myself here.
Okay.
What do you think about putting car wax on wheels?
I've heard that plenty of times, and I'll be honest with you, I've done that in the back barrel of wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's what I would say about using some of the waxes. The hardest thing is it's in the same realm as trying to do it like a general blanket statement, right? Because every wax has a different chemical composition and makeup.
You are right on that.
And so it's really difficult to say like which ones are going to be completely safe. I think if it's just a very paraffin carnauba type wax with not much in it, that was a trick that we used to use back in the day forever and ever. And the idea behind it is, I'm sure a lot of people know, but the idea behind it is if you are waxing the barrels in different parts of the wheel, that it will make it so that it's harder for it to get stuck on it.
Yes.
Same principle as a car.
Yeah, same exact concept.
But what I would say is now the technology has changed just so much, right? When I first started working for Konig, and that was the care that they were giving out, from that point on, I really, like any of my cars where I had our wheels on it and I was running our stuff, like I would just make sure that I constantly, like let's say once a week or just clean, clean off the car, walk around, mix up a little bit of car wash soap, clean them down real quick or whatever it may be. And
I even use waterless car wash.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've been, that's my quick go-to if I need to just clean the wheels and not have to clean the whole car. Waterless car wash. It's clean, non-acidic.
Just make sure that the before you ever wipe or put anything to the wheels, that the wheels are wet and free of debris. Because I'll tell you, the fastest thing to scratch up a machine lip is
wiping without it being wet.
100%. That is exactly where people get themselves in trouble. You will see the scratch marks of the wipe from all the dust and debris. 100%. So clean them up. That really has held me well for a long time. But now, and this is a good point for why you should tune in on Friday to the live on the Rag Company's YouTube page, because when we are there doing our little piece, there is also going to be Eric from G Technic, and Eric is super knowledgeable. He's a super good guy. He's a car enthusiast, and they manufacture and produce all the wheel coatings, the ceramic coatings.
Yep.
Now, ceramic coating for wheels is something that has come super far.
I'd say within how long now that people have been ceramic coating wheels?
Eric would be better to know, and I'm going to butcher it.
See, if you check on Friday and watch the podcast on Friday,
you can ask Eric that question.
You can ask Eric all you want.
But so basically, what I would say about the whole wheel coating thing is that it's a very similar principle or idea to the whole car wash thing. The idea that you could, apply this surface, the coating lasts much longer, and it makes it easier to keep the wheels clean for sure. And it's in some cases, as long as it's the right product, it's a good protectant for the wheel. And companies like Fitment Industries, when you buy a set of wheels and tires from them, they actually, I think it's like $75 or something like that. Yeah. They actually give you the ability to check a box and have the wheel coating applied to your wheels. Yep.
Ceramic coated already, ready at your door.
For shipping.
The best time to do the ceramic coating is definitely when the wheels are brand new. Yeah. When you throw them on your car and then you want to go do the ceramic coating, you got to make sure they are deep cleaned before you put that ceramic coating on.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, once you start getting the tackiness and the dirt and the grime and all that stuff
and the
built
brake
in,
dust, all that, it's something you're going to have to make sure they're deep cleaned before you go to put that ceramic coating on.
And the funny thing about brake dust is that, and this is something that people don't know, and this is why a lot of times when we get, all right, we'll go through the winter, and as soon as we get done with the winter and we get into that portion of the spring where everybody takes their wheels out of the garage that's been sitting or out of storage, we'll chronically get a few calls where people are like, I don't know what happened. These wheels were fine. Now the clear coat's messed up, or I can start seeing little pits or something in the clear coat, and they've just been in storage. And here's why. Brake dust turns acidic.
Yes.
So the longer brake dust sits on your wheels, the more of a chance it is that it's starting to eat through the clear coat. So that frequent cleaning is what really removes not only the debris, but also that brake dust. And what happens is if you take your wheels off the car and then store them with all that brake dust in there, a lot of times it will spend the entire winter having a little snack.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That hurts me just like to hear about it, but I've done it before and it's definitely not fun. Make sure you clean your wheels before you put them away for the winter. That is my only recommendation for that.
Sweet. Is it possible to submit wheel designs? You can absolutely submit wheel designs. What I will say, and this is coming from experience, right? We've had a lot of people try to submit wheel designs. I think a lot of times what happens is people put these wheel designs in thinking that they're super original or they've never been done before. But in the actuality, we may have either had a wheel design like this previously or have something in the works, or it's just too close to somebody else's wheel, or it can't actually physically be made. I mean, look, you can draw and render a lot of things, but if it can't hold load, if it can't have any structural stability, if it can't be made in a mold, if you want to make a wheel in a cast form or something like that, then what you're sending in is, not useful. We've had times before where we've worked with, maybe a developer or designer and stuff like that. But the truth is, most of the stuff we do in house, and it's kind of like one of those lessons we've learned that it's just easier to kind of stay in our lane and kind of stay focused and just build our own stuff.
100%.
No more Formula Drift podcasts. So this year, I will say I was with Joey and we were talking about getting this going. I dropped the ball on the first event. Things were going, they were pretty busy, and Formula Drift kind of kept changing their schedule. And then what happened was once they started to get into the FD events, and there was 2, those podcasts would have been longer. It just didn't feel right this year. I'll be honest with you. We could have done it. There's a possibility that they will return for 21. The bag is dope. Is that the runner-up prize? No.
Should we do that?
Pick a runner-up on
just
a bag.
Pick a runner-up. Just get a bag, shirt,
sure.
maybe a couple t-shirts.
Sure. You want to be? Let's do
another one. Let's do another one.
Runner-up listen, I want to be very clear. We are giving away a bag, like this bag.
Maybe a t-shirt in there.
This guy keeps increasing the ante.
And a sticker. All right.
So this is a bag. Don't even think you're getting a set of wheels. Don't think about it.
This is not for wheels. This is not for wheels. Who's gonna get it? Drifters Gone Wild. I actually like that name a lot.
Can't believe we picked them out.
Drifters Gone Wild.
That's awesome. All right, cool. So we'll send you. I guess now we're into a care package.
Now we're into a care package. Please make sure to slide into the DMs, and we will get your address and send you out some stuff.
Should make the cartoons as stickers. It's funny. Like Luis has been working. Luis is a super talented.
I like that idea.
He's a super talented graphic, not only graphic designer, but artist. And he can sit down with a pencil and draw things. And meanwhile, I come over with my stick figure and I'm like, "What do you think about this, Luis?" And he makes something. So he drew that. Face. He drew that all in probably about an hour from hand and put it in Illustrator. And it's super. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think it makes me look good as a character there.
Character.
Yeah.
It's a character.
Forever. Let's see. So maybe, I don't know. I mean, the thing about making stickers is you got to have somebody that wants to use them. I mean, I don't know anybody that
I want to know how many people would actually buy these stickers. If we had me and Scott for these little cartoons.
When we say buy, we mean like 50 cents.
Yeah, nobody's going crazy over here, but I want to know who would actually buy that.
Because honest with you, I don't know.
Please leave below who would actually buy that sticker.
I don't know anybody that would want to buy
Imagine we
a
just
sticker
go
of
to
me.
a car show and we just see people driving around with our stickers on the side of the car. That'd be good. That would be entertaining. I'd enjoy seeing that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Let's see. Forge turnaround time from order to ship. So, all right. So this is going to depend. Right now, this is what it's looking at. We will have some part numbers that we keep on the shelf and that are there to ship, and in which case, if we have them in stock, they'll go out either the same day or next day. Mm-hmm. If it's going to be one of those things that we have to do some sort of custom program on, we are looking at a very we've gotten it down right now. We believe we've tested it. we've gotten it down to about 45 to 50 days from the time you place the order to the time it arrives. Now, there's some caveats there. Whenever you deal with this stuff, there could be customs holds. There could be, some issues with the design. We may come to you and say, hey, your brake kit doesn't fit with this. We have to change some design. We may have to go back to the drawing board a little bit to, radius a spoke a little bit more to give you some clearance. But for the most part, we're doing our best to make sure that even the custom sets will be within a reasonable amount of time. Bring back the Konig Unknown. Man, that wheel was here forever, so I think we're going to continue down the path without it. But it was certainly a staple for many years. Wondering about the availability of center caps for my hypergrams. I've been told that they're out of stock. I've been told out of stock now for a long time. Is there an ETA? All right, so let's deal with this. There's two parts to this. First part. Are caps available for the Konig Hypergram? Yes, the part number is Cap FFB. Are they out of stock right now? Yes, I believe that they are.
I think we actually might have a small amount of it, but again, without my computer in front of me, I can't really tell you that.
Right. The problem that we have chronically, and this goes wheels or accessories, is that people call, and then, or they call us, or they call the retailer, and they say, I want to purchase this cap or whatever it may be, and we happen to be out of stock. But rather than place a back order, they check back periodically, hoping that the cap will be in stock.
We recommend to place it on a back order. If you are willing to wait, we recommend a back order, because sometimes we'll get a shipment in, but we'll have so many back orders that it clears out that shipment.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure you're on that.
Yeah, the back orders hold your place in line. That goes for wheels or accessories. So if you put a back order in, then you will hold your place. And as soon as they arrive and they're free to ship, they will. And most retailers, you're able to, you're able to cancel orders before they ship. Check with your individual retailer, because everybody's got their own return policy or cancellation policy, but that usually is pretty valid. I sold my Volks and I'm selling my 5 Zegans now, wanting some Konigs in my life. Those being, hey, that's really, listen, I appreciate that. That means a lot to us that you're interested in doing some of that stuff. So, shout out to you. Let's see, hiring in California. No, right now we are not hiring in California. There's a possibility in the coming year that we may be looking for a warehouse position, but no, we're not looking for anybody right now in the marketing area or anything like that.
Not that I would know.
In California.
Not in California, no.
If a company has a spot on their website for sponsorship applications, should you apply there or still send an email through PDF? It's a good question. I think it depends on the company, right? I think that, like for us, we have a preliminary sponsorship application that's on our website. So we use this to determine whether we're going to ask you for any more information or if it's just not going to be a fit. So in that respect, I guess you would go ahead and send it through our website. It is the easiest thing. I think if you're able to get something in front of the company, that's great. Remember, we've talked about this in so many different podcasts and so many different pieces of content on YouTube. So if you're interested in sponsorship stuff, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. It has plenty of stuff there, and just search sponsorship on our channel. But remember that when you have sponsorship, when you're asking for sponsorship, what you're asking for is the ability to exchange your promotional services, essentially, or some sort of value proposition that you're going to give them in exchange for product, right? So if you don't have your value high enough, sponsorship is not a giveaway, and you're not going to find companies that are just going to want to give you things for the heck of it. So just make sure that you got your value package in check, and if you don't, I would strongly suggest thinking about the package before you get going and seeing if there's any value that you can bring further to your proposal. And again, make sure you check out our YouTube channel and go through some of the sponsorship content we've already produced. A lot of information in there. I have someone up that way. I will have DM. Oh, sweet. Yeah. No, anybody that you know, if you want to spread the word about the job for the marketing coordinator, we're looking for a team player. We're looking for a cool car person that is interested in doing some cool car things with us, and if for the right person, we'll be happy to have them on board. Do you guys make a 5-on-4 and a 3/4 bolt pattern? So yes, but I think you're talking about 5 3/4, like 5-on-1 20.7. We do make 5-on-1 20. So, it just depends. It's better if you ask us about the car, like tell us what car it is. Any new designs where lug nuts will not be exposed? Oh, like a covered lug option.
Look at that.
Yeah, Doubt's been pretty.
I've been pushing for that. Possibly in the near future. We're still working on it. I'm still working on it.
He's still what Doubt means is he's still working on me.
Yes.
3 new Forge designs per year. I don't know. I know that's a question. I know that we're starting out with 3. I have no idea where this path will take us. It's a completely new journey for us, not in building them. We've built them for others before. It's a new journey for us in the sense that bringing this product line to the Konig brand.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you guys rather see some of our older designs be brought into a Forge line, or would you guys rather see new designs be in the Forge line?
Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to do that. I feel like
I want to see what they want to know.
I understand.
What they want.
I just feel like while we take a lot of feedback from everybody and we look for different things, I feel like when it comes down to the forged wheels, there is something about our company and keeping us moving forward, right? Mm-hmm. And to be able to keep us moving forward, I think it's important that we're always looking for new designs and new different things. But I guess that's my personal opinion, right? Any coating you guys recommend for wheels to make them easier to clean? This kind of goes back to what we said just originally. Like I said, I would say tune in on Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time to the Rag Company podcast or the Rag Company YouTube channel, and we'll be live with Eric from G-Technic. I'm going to say that the answer to that is going to be yes. It's going to be ceramic coating, but I can't give you an endorsement on any particular product. The closest probably product that I would feel comfortable doing that with is G-Technic. But there's no reason for that except I've had a little bit of experience personally with the products. Forge lineup will be between 17 and 19. Oh, so right now it's looking 17 and 19. There's an option that we're debating about doing 15. We've had people request 20. I don't know that we're going to go to 20 right away, but 17 through 19 in the original area is what it's going to look like. I know 17 and 18 will probably roll out first, and then the option will be there for some other sizes as we go down the road. Will you guys make some drag racing wheels? I think you have to be super specific with this. Drag racing is a large topic with a lot of different vehicles and a lot of different fitments. Anything from the weld type wheels,
big boys,
like massive negative offset type stuff, B-lock stuff, etc. So and then there's a big difference between Honda drag racing wheels too. So I guess throw us in different. Would you recommend ceramic coating the wheels? So again, from a company standpoint, from Konig's standpoint, we recommend frequently cleaning them with soap and water with a non-acidic car wash safe soap and water. However, from a personal level, and again, this is completely off the record from the Konig stuff.
Off record.
I think if you get a good ceramic coating, and you have it done correctly, I think that ceramic coating could really extend the life of the finish of your wheel, and I think it also can save you a lot of time cleaning them. Some of your designs I would love to put on my Mini, but I can't find 4 and 118-inch. Yeah, even though the width and the offset would definitely fit my car, plus the design is the wheel accommodates a 4-lug pattern. What could be done about this? I mean, the truth is, I don't, I'm not really sure. I mean, the reason we don't build a lot of 18-inch 4 and 100 wheels is because a lot of the 4 and 100 cars really have dried up as far as fitment, and when there was, or when we have demand in 4 and 100, it's
normally
not
smaller sizes.
Yeah,
15,
it's not
16, 17 really being the
yeah.
biggest.
We do a lot of 17.
We do a lot of 17s.
But we really don't have too many conversations or phone calls or feedback on 18s for 4 and 100. And I know that you got some of these cars now, like the Fiat 124 and the Miata NDs and stuff, and they probably would look at home with a big wheel like that, but we still don't get a lot of requests for it. I know you guys are heavy into the drift world, but are you also involved with NASA, SCCA, and GTA? Yes, we are, and we are also we do our best to support all the grid life guys too. So we do a lot of that stuff. I would say, if it seems like you may be a little bit newer to like intimately knowledge our brand, but check out some of our YouTube content and different things like that. And I mean, we put out plenty of it that has to do with that. What?
Nothing. Just nothing. Me and Alex are having an inside joke over here.
Not sure if you guys are reading this chat. Well, Luis is, and he's throwing up what we need to see. But love your wheels. Been waiting to buy a set, but I'm unsure if y'all ship to Canada.
Oh, we got
I
plenty.
I didn't realize people from Canada say y'all.
He might be from the country.
The country of Canada?
I don't know. Countryside.
Anyhow, we ship y'all.
We ship to y'all. We ship to y'all. We even have y'all's distributors in Canada. Yes, we do have people in Canada that you can get our wheels from.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the easiest thing you can do is if you want to quickly check them out. Some of our more common distributors are up there, and all you have to do is go to konigwheels.com, click on the dealer locator section, the dealers tab at the top.
That.
Finish it then.
Oh, I got to finish it now? Well, if you click on the dealer locator at the top, you'll be able to see outside of the U.S. where you can purchase online, and even in the U.S. if you're looking for a dealer near you guys.
Damn. So fresh.
I try.
Are you making 1, 2, 3 piece forged wheels? No, we are making single piece forged wheels. I think I have given my opinion on 2-piece and 3-piece wheels enough. 2-piece wheels, I think, are the closest thing to being that customizable functionality because, a lot of the companies that do it real well, they'll have welded 2-piece stuff. So it essentially becomes a 1-piece, wheel afterwards, but they use the 2-piece configuration for customization. But I personally do not care for 3-piece wheels. I think that they have some advantages when you look for a custom look and a custom. He's laughing at me, but anyway, a custom look and a custom fit. But I think that not all of them. I think a lot of them tend to have aluminum spun barrels, which make them, bend if you look at them the wrong way. I think a lot of them have hardware where they're heavier. Some even have forged lips and forged parts, but the face may not be forged.
Yeah.
And so, no, I mean, it's just not our scene, and it is other people's scenes, and we do our best to stay in our lane. And the only reason, we've been kicking around this forge thing for so many years is because it does fall within our lane, within our motorsport teams and sponsorships, and somebody mentioned NASA and SCCA. We do a lot of that stuff, and some of our sponsor teams have been saying for more than a few years, like, hey, it would be cool if you guys. And it's like, well, we've built this stuff for other people before, but we had not formally done anything for ourselves, and we've kind of just been working on it all year. So we're almost there. Any suggestion on rock chips? I love my new ampliforms, but they seem to take a lot of hits. Well, I'm sorry for that. I wish that you were driving in an area where they didn't take so many hits. I think the rock chip thing is, unless you go to a wheel refurbisher and really want to get the whole wheel redone, but I think the rock chip thing kind of falls into the same way. What would you do with a rock chip on your car?
Go to a body shop and have them make you a special little touch-up paint.
Yeah, I mean, there also may be things like, and which is going to be tough because, the Dr. Color chip type products and stuff.
I've even heard people put clear nail polish again
just to get the
seal
clear coat back.
Yeah, just to kind of seal it.
Yeah, so
but, that's definitely up to you guys.
No, I don't have any really good information for them.
Body shop would probably be the best bet for you guys.
Yeah, see if they can help you. A lot of times, auto body supplies can also mix together like a dropper with a little brush there. Looking for some nice wheels for my '02 Mercedes V12 CL 600, probably an 18-inch. What do you think would look good? It's I'm less worried about what would look good and more worried about what would fit. You're gonna have to DM us for that.
Yeah,
we gotta
definitely
we gotta
DM
get some
us.
more details and stuff like that. So DM us and we'll be happy to try to check it out. What is the ballpark for forged wheel price per set? $2K, $3K. I think you're definitely gonna be somewhere in between there.
$1 million
With freaking laser beams.
Freaking laser beams.
What's your favorite car you've owned, and what is the next car you'd like to own? Doubt, I'm going to let you take this one first.
Personally, I have not owned a lot of cars. My first car will always have a special place in my heart. It was a 93 Buick Regal Coupe.
Oh, come on.
But my go-to car is my GTI. I've almost had it now 10 years, and it's been my favorite car so far. Don't look at me like that. My 93 Buick Regal, at 17 years old, having a license and having a car, that was where I was at.
My dude just straight up told you.
Yeah, I drove a 93 Buick Regal. That was
a 93 Buick.
There's always a place in your heart for your first car, and that was my first car. But my favorite car is still going to be my GTI. Come next, I don't know. I'd love a Ferrari, but I don't know if I'll be able to afford it.
But you've talked about like even A6s and stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to get into an Audi. I'd like to even get into S5, S4. I even dwelled on the idea of like an A6. But again, you never know. Maybe you guys will see something soon, hopefully.
Oh, man.
I love my GTI.
Sweet. Let's see. Favorite car I've owned. I've owned a few. I've owned a lot.
You've definitely owned more than me.
I've owned a lot. The thing about cars with me, though, is a lot of times I own them to build them, and then I got rid of them. So I did drive them, but I didn't drive them like I own them, right?
Yeah.
But
drive it like you stole it,
I don't know. I mean, listen, I had a 2G DSM GSX that was, I think it was right in the mid 600 horsepower, if I remember correct. Numbers around there. And the car was a blast to drive, but I didn't really get to drive it anymore because I did the cardinal sin for driving your car every day or whatever. Is I took the car way too far, way too fast, and then it just was really hard to not get pulled over. So there was that, and then I have a 350Z now, which I've had for over 10 years, and I really like the car. I think it's I've over time I've kind of done my thing to the car to make it like I really like OEM plus stuff, so I've put a lot of functionality and a lot of increased power into the car, and I've done it in a way that kind of whatever. And shout out to Vinny 10 Racing because they're local to me, and Vinny's been a good friend for a long time. And
Vinny 10,
him and Steve over there, they've really kind of helped me go from a world that I knew really well to a world where I didn't know anything. When I got the Z the first time, I was like, man, I don't even know where to start.
I didn't even want to lower my GTI when I first got it. But then I had some influences. I'm not going to say bad or good. They were influences that made my car what it is today.
As far as cars that I like to own, it's funny. For me, like the more I go forward, I mean, there's a few exotics that I think are on my list, right? Like I would love to, a GT3 RS. I mean, that's right up there for the stuff.
Yeah, that's up there for sure.
There's a couple McLarens that are on my list. If you gave me that kind of money, yeah. But you know what?
I'm looking.
But I know somebody that has one, and I went for a ride in it.
I get it.
And when you can do over $1 in Mexico and feel like you're doing 25 miles an hour, I'm sorry, man. Anyhow, so there's that. But I'm really a '90s JDM kid, right? I'm
a Euro guy, so we don't tend to see eye to eye on a lot of things, but.
So if you gave me the choice, I really think that, and I got it super generic, super general, like everybody wouldn't answer like this, but a Midnight Purple 3 GTR, R34 GTR.
Okay.
That's really where I would like to be. And what kills me is that Jack from HP Logic has one.
Jack, sell it.
He'll sell it. It's like 130 grand. No,
Discount it for Scott.
150 grand or whatever it's going to be. I mean, the car. I mean, I don't know how much Jack wants for the car, but I will tell you that those cars are not.
They're not cheap.
And Midnight Purple, especially that Midnight Purple 3, is right up there. So, let's see. How do you think of new design wheels? There's so many designs in the market. Honestly, it really is one of the more difficult things.
That's probably the most difficult thing is to start out with the design and where you want to go. I've been watching Scott do it now for a little bit, and
it's brutal.
It is brutal sometimes.
It is hard, and I will tell you what's funny. Like just for people that don't deal with wheels every day, there has been. I mean, and I think Dow really can attest to this. There have been plenty of times that, first off, we design way more wheels than we actually produce.
Yeah.
Like I have a folder full of wheels that we've made, that we've developed, that will never get made. I mean, just tons of them. And it's not because they're bad-looking wheels. It's because you get done with a wheel that you're not trying to make. I mean, not trying to make. You're not looking at anything. You're like, oh, let's try a 7-spoke. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Put this. Oh, look at this cut. You get done and you feel super proud. You're like, you know what? This is actually good looking. I like this one. And then you show it to somebody. They're like, oh, because that's that wheel. And I'm like, oh. It's super difficult to produce a wheel that's unique and doesn't have any characteristics of other wheels, even when you don't try to. That makes things very difficult. I also think there's also, like, when we produce wheels, remember, a lot of times what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a wheel that's newer or fits into our line without a lot of replication.
Yes.
So we don't want to make 7 different split 5-spokes, but we may have this idea and then we get a really nice design that comes out and then we decide to like push it off till next year because we think like maybe so I don't know. Takes a long time. Sometimes you have these ideas. Like I've had ideas before, just driving around and I'll see something. It may be an OE wheel. It may be not a wheel at all. And I'm like, what, that would be pretty cool. And you start playing with things. And then as you get down the road, something comes out of it. It's never what you intended it to be. And the reason is because most of the time what ends up happening, Luis is doing something. Oh, that's nice. Making it better. But most of the time, what happens is when you start developing a wheel and then you start making it functional, like can it be made out of a mold, or can it be flow formed, or can it do this spec, or can it do this, or can it when you start making it to a certain load rating, have a certain PCD range, everything starts to change. And sometimes you like it, and sometimes you don't after those changes, and then sometimes you modify those changes to be able to make the wheel look better, and next thing you know, the wheel looks nothing like what you thought it would when we started. And
then you're not excited about it.
And sometimes you are. Sometimes it comes out better than you hoped.
Sometimes you aren't. Yes, that is the countergram and the hyperchrome.
Nice. Can you see that? I can make it. I can probably try to make this bigger too. So.
I could squint. I can see it.
Maybe I can't make it bigger. Let's see. You guys said the Forge line will be highly customizable. We'll be able to customize how concave the wheel is. So this is in question.
How big your brakes are.
Well, no. What I mean is this is in question that in a very basic answer, the answer would be technically yes. However, we have to look into the time versus the price point. And what I mean by that is we've been having that one conversation whether we want to keep one face profile or allow people to do a customizable profile. The problem is when you do a customizable profile, every single time the wheel has to get redrawn, refit, reconfigured, and then on top of it, we'll have to go through FEM again, which is basically a computer-aided test to make sure that didn't change any load or bearing characteristics, right? So that's going to take more time. So the question is, do we charge more for it? That part we're still working out. It's possible, but there are some things we're trying to jump through to make sure the product is good for you and affordable. The question is that something we'll add on right away? Is it something we'll add later? Or is it something we won't offer? And we're still working on that. Would love a forged step wheel a step wheel.
Lip wheel.
Step lip wheel.
Kind of like how mine are. Step down.
Yeah.
Step it.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I have to see, there's a lot of things that go into it, milling time and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of that stuff is what affects the price of a wheel
Yeah.
So I don't know yet. Round rim with spokes has been around for 100 years. Where do you find inspiration for the new designs? So I guess that kind of goes to the question we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard, tough. Has Konig ever made wheels for OEM car companies? Yes, we have. How is your day, boys? That feels like a Matt question. Was that a Matt question? Darn. It's okay.
We're good.
Busy.
A little rainy here,
Busy,
but
okay.
It's New York.
Yeah. Is it possible to order center caps in different colors for the Flowform wheels, or will they be forged? Or will they be a forged wheel only custom option? Okay. Right now, it does look like we will have the option at some point of customizing the coloring that's available on the forged wheels. As far as will there be other center caps in different colors for the Flowform wheels, we've talked about it. It's not that we can't do it. The issue is when you start to say what color. Like, we make it in black because it goes with everything. We have it. We do have it in machined, like a mirror machine finish. We have those, and those are in stock. But as far as what do you do? Red? I mean, we can't do like 75 different colors. But maybe. But I don't know that it will be right now. Can we see those wheels you designed one day? Oh, I guess they're talking about the wheels that we never made.
Through the archive.
No, you probably won't see them, and the reason is because sometimes, like when we're working on designs, I'll remember a design that we did, and I'll go back to it, and then I'll tweak it a little bit more, and then we'll use it again. So while most of those wheels will never get made, there's a lot of wheels in there that we could potentially make or alter at one point, and we wouldn't want to put them out before we put them out and then put them out.
Yeah, put them out, and then we'll put them out.
What program are you using for design? Are you doing it in SolidWorks or Creo? Yeah, so the design always starts in AutoCAD. And then, there'll be different things and different 3D programs and stuff to render it out. It depends, because remember, we're always working with R&D at the factory to make sure that what we're developing and what we're working on is able to be produced. So there's always a give and a go, and that's the majority of the time that it takes to be able to figure out or for designs to get made. It just goes back and forth, back and forth. First you have the design and the appearance part, then you have the structural part and the changes that need to be made. Then you have, again, the design part, and the reason is because once you get done with the structural changes that you have to make, a lot of times it doesn't look how you want it to look. So you go back and try to find the compromises or the little tiny things that you can do. And like with the Forge program, I'll say specifically, what really took a lot of time there was the fact that we were constantly looking for strength and different things here and designs here and a lot of tweaks here and radius here. And I mean, it did take a lot of time. You guys more fans of 1 or 2 piece forged wheels, or do you like the whole 3-piece design? I answered this before. I mean, I'm personally one piece forged is where I'm at. If we're talking forged designs, I don't really want to get too much past.
You know my answer on that one.
I know it's weak. Can you do a black chrome like the Enki SBC? So, if you've seen the Konig Countergram, that is their SBZ finish, I believe, and I'm not Enki, and I don't know, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever really seen one of their SBC wheels super close up in person. I think I've seen them from afar, but I didn't go up and try to look at their finish. But I believe their finish is going to be like a PVD or like a very, very hyper type of paint. And the Countergram is is a hyper type of paint, and it's hard to tell in probably the video here, but the center actually is a little bit darker than the machine lip. So we've played with different things. The hard part gets in is that we do our best to make sure that we have finishes that are not only stuff that we can really make, because remember, every finish, when you do a different color, the same way a car would get painted, there's going to be a small variance.
Yeah.
Small margin of change. So we do our best to make sure that when it gets into some of these finishes that they're replicatable, and that SBC finish, or doing a very smoked chrome-like finish that's not a PVD, can be difficult. And so we have not done that. Could we possibly do it? It's possible. Yeah.
Maybe in the near future or future.
While working with a few YouTube channels is fine, have you considered doing a build yourself for content on your own channel? Yes, like every day.
Every single day.
Honestly, like we say this all the time. I still work on a lot of cars, and I still have a lot of projects, and the guys here all have projects. And in addition to that, I was really thinking, they were talking me off a ledge. Well, Alex and Luis were the other day, because I was like on the edge of picking up an R33 GTST. I'm kind of still on the ledge. So, but the problem is that like we all have jobs to do in addition to that. So so the answer is yes. Doing a car build takes a lot of time as it goes. But doing one where you're actually trying to film the whole damn thing,
that's a tough one. That is.
Alex is like, nope, it's not tough. It's not tough, but it is. It is tough. It takes you 3 times as long to shoot every piece. So yes, we thought about it, and honestly, I really wish we could do it. I don't know. Stay tuned. Maybe we will. I just gotta find the time, I guess. This year's been wild with time. What is that bronze wheel behind you?
That bronze wheel?
Where?
The hexaform? That is a new hexaform for this year.
Yeah, that's probably right.
That's the only bronze wheel
Yeah.
I see in my.
Yeah, that's the new Konig hexaform. It's forged. I mean, not forged. That's flow formed. So yeah.
Yeah.
What can we see? When can we see the 2021 wheels? I would say we should hopefully have renderings, images, all that good stuff up. Hopefully before Christmas.
Yeah, we're trying, but if anything, probably first month of 2021, if anything.
Pick your favorite design. Which one stands out as your personal favorite?
Personally, I like the hypergram and the metallic carbon with the machine lip, but that countergram is right there next to it. I like bright and shiny things.
Made of gold.
I love gold.
So all right. So my favorite wheel is the hypergram, but not for the reason my favorite reason is the hypergram, but not because it's like my favorite. It has a weird sentimental thing for me, just about the timing that we were making it and different things like that. So that's my answer. Are deep dish wheels going to be an option for the forged wheel lineup? There will be some sort of lip on two of the designs. When you say super deep dish lip, remember, like, there becomes a realm to how you can have, how big of a lip can you have, with what kind of width can you have, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's pretty subjective. Is this a ship, a gear, or a wheel ship? Shop. Lewis says, I think they mean if we're a shop.
Okay.
That was wild.
We are not a shop.
Luis, next time maybe just take your guess and plug it right in, or just not put it in. Is this a shop? We're not a shop. We are a wheel manufacturer.
We are in a corporate office.
A gear or a wheel shop? What is that? What is a gear? Well, gear, like you mean like are we a apparel company? Well, we're a wheel company. We make wheels.
Oh, we make wheels.
See
We might
these
have a
little
couple of
discs?
shirts.
These little round discs that we put on cars, they're
These
ours.
things.
We make those. That's what we make.
The
So,
Rams.
You know,
The Rams.
tuned in late. Did y'all pick a winner? I didn't. By the way, this person didn't say y'all. For some reason, that carried over from the last one.
You brought that in. Yes,
we already
did.
picked a winner. We had two. The winner of the wheels was Island_built WRX. Make sure if you haven't done it already, DM us on Instagram. And Drifters Gone Wild.
He won a care bag
that we spontaneously developed and
all
put
right.
together.
It's okay.
From Dowd's mouth.
It's okay. Who wants a sticker? No, I'm kidding.
Let's see. Do you guys happen to have a radiant bronze freeform nearby that you could give us a look at? Yeah, absolutely.
I do actually.
Oh crap! It's gonna be
like behind stuff.
We do. It's gonna be a little difficult to get it out while we're on camera. So, what I would say is, how can we show this to you?
DM us and we'll send you a picture of it.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
that'd be the best bet because I don't want to go and mess up that whole nice wall that I have behind me right now.
That's a good one. You
and
go
then
ahead
you
and
guys watch, and then stuff starts falling off the wall. So yeah, DM us and we'll get you a photo of it.
Actually, that might not be. That'd be pretty funny.
It would be funny for you guys, not for me.
Right. Can the Ren form be made in matte black instead of gray? It could be.
It could be.
It won't be unless you find about 40 other people that want to buy them. Funny story about that. When we introduced that wheel at SEMA, we actually did it in black, and it lost all its detail, and that's why we didn't make it in black, and we went with the matte gray. So I don't know. That was a deal. 20 by 10 wheels with a 0 offset. No. We have 20 by 10. I think with a 22 would be is around there.
What about 18? Do we have someone an 18 offset, or is that a 10 and a half?
I know we do 20 by 11 with like a low offset. Some of the stuff for GTRs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Instagram, so I couldn't have entered even if I wanted to. Listen, I hear what you're saying. It was an Instagram giveaway. I know we did it on YouTube, but it was an Instagram giveaway. So I hear you. We need more 16 by 7 4 and 100 wheels. Love to see those ultra forms. Anyhow, we'll keep that in mind. Luis, we're gonna go into lightning round. It's time to wrap up. So if there's nothing else, then we're gonna wrap up. If you have one last question, throw it in real quick. We'll get it answered. If not, thanks so much for everybody for tuning in, for helping us get to 100K. We appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel. So if you're still here, throw the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to do more of these giveaways and different prize packs and stuff, but we're going to do them exclusively on YouTube. So it's really important that you have the notification bell checked, that you are subscribed, because you will see us putting more effort into YouTube as we go down the road here, because we're working hard to develop content. So there's that. I think we got through everything, and
we just want to congratulate.
And I see Chris from Flyride. What's going on,
Chris? What's going on, bud?
So yeah, there's that. Chris, by the way, check your email, because I had sent you one the other day. I don't think you gave me a little reply. Aside from that, listen, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for kind of helping us get to the 100K milestone over on Instagram. We hope that you're enjoying this content. Let us know what you think about the live podcast format. Is this something that you guys like? Go back to the other way? I don't know.
You let us know.
Yeah.
And we just want to throw congratulations again to Island_built WRX. Guys, give him a follow and see what wheels he chose.
Oh.
Because that's going to be a good one. And Drifters Gone Wild. I'll set up your care package in a little bit for you, bud.
Oh, I like that.
Just shoot us a DM, please, so that we can get the correct shipping address.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that turned into a sponsor proposal. I think I have one of their emails, too.
We'll figure it out. But
Anyhow,
either way.
Thanks so much. We will be back here next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in. By the way, make sure you tune in to watch me and the Rag Company
on Friday at 1 p.m. EST for TRCMA. And you can find the schedule
at their website, trcma.com. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good week. Take care of yourself.
Later.